Hello, landmines and jellyfish. Welcome back to Knives, I guess. And remember, only you can prevent foreskin fires. I told you to stop touching yourself. So, one of the first live streams I did, or might have been the first, I took this gas station goodness out, and I wanted to see whether or not Cardboard Slayer could tear up the anodizing on the blade. This guy was like $13, I think, from eBay. And it's one of the super budget showdown knives. It did pretty well. It's got a tip-up pocket clip. That is the Lord's carry. It's got a flipper tab. Let's flick the bean. Assisted opener. Here's your blade profile, which I like this blade shape quite a bit. That's a whole different thing, but I bought this partly because I wanted something rainbow and goofy as hell for the super budget showdown, and I really like the pearlized handles. I wish they would have polished those a bit more, but I still like the vibe on this thing. And I had another knife ages and ages ago with a blade that was similar to this, a little bit smaller, and abusing it a little bit, it snapped right nyar. But this thing is a 3CR13, and the reason I'm doing this video right now is 3CR13 did a lot better than I thought it was gonna do. This thing went through another 3 hours of being pushed through cardboard non-stop. It probably went through the better part of 500 feet of cardboard, and it still held some kind of an edge. And we stropped it pretty thoroughly, and I've stropped it again, and that's the only thing that's happened since it did that. And this is just off of the strop. So let's take a look at this cut. You know, again, it's not the cleanest cut on the planet, but it's kind of like the other knives that we've done this with. I messed this cut up so bad, guys. Did you see that? But it's cleaner than some of the other knives with the old 440 steel on them. So it held up better, significantly better than I thought it would. I thought the edge would be all beat down and rolled over and done for. But no, it's still going reasonably strong. Like, I would be comfortable carrying this edge. You know, it's a loud cut. It's a little bit ragged. Let's see if we can get a good zoom on that. Like, the edge is a little bit ragged. It's not too bad, but you know, that was 3CR13 getting pushed through a crap ton of cardboard. And we went through normal Amazon boxes. We went through some boxes that we had that were a little bit more hardcore and harder to cut. The profile on the edge, it's a little bit of a hollow grind, so it took some effort to push it through some of that cardboard. But that's the nature of a hollow grind. And, you know, I kind of wanted to do this because, again, like, these cheap steels keep surprising me and show me how little I actually know about some of this stuff. You know, like, I thought I knew quite a bit going into this, but I'm learning more and more, especially about these cheap knives. And again, this goes back to the steel being heat treated in just massive quantities. The heat treatment's figured out, it's dialed in. You know, these guys are getting the steel from the same suppliers as everyone else. So of course the heat treatment's going to be more than adequate. And this would get me where I want to go and then some. And, you know, and again, I'm in a light use environment. I don't have an excuse to beat on these things. I don't have a reason to. I'm trying to figure out a more hardcore way to test these guys to really, really get some results and see how quick I can really wear that edge out. But, you know, it's impressive to me how much this thing took, and it was just fine with it. You know, I could carry this for a few weeks and be absolutely fine. And, you know, I know, like, the gas station is strong on this one. The petrol chlorians are off the scale. Like, it reeks of gas station. And I'm okay with that because, like I said, I wanted to buy something goofy. But we know it's a gas station knife through and through. And it's Buckshot Knives. And they had other versions of this, but this was the one I wanted because it was all goofy. So I just wanted to share what happened with that and my pleasant surprise with how well the 3CR13 held up. Yeah, like, I'm impressed. So, you know, if you're in a hard use environment and you're really pushing these things hard, this is not what you want. You know, this is definitely not what you want for a hard use environment. And like I said, I've been just cutting branches up and stuff like that and had a blade snap right here. It had the same choil. Everything about it was, you know, very similar. It was an old lockback, not a flipper, but, you know, the blade gave out right there. But if you're like me, you're in a light use environment, you're going to be opening packages with it, you're going to be cutting stuff off of pallets and a lot of light duty cuts. This is going to hold you down just fine. Yeah, it was interesting to find out. I kind of wanted to share that experience and share where I am learning things while I do this. And yeah, That's it. Real fast and dirty video. But all that being said, thanks for looking at my crap. Subscribers, you guys are awesome. We finally surpassed the old channel that I walked away. I think we're at 810 now. The old one was 807. So we are also crawling towards 1,000 in that giveaway. And if you're interested, sometime Friday, I'll pick a time out a little bit sooner. Just check the community posts. Doing another live stream, and we're going in on one of the Ozark Trail axis locks to see how long that edge holds up and how well it holds up. And again, I'm talking to you guys, you're talking to me, we're hanging out, and we're having fun. So, with all that being covered, y'all have a nice day.